Hello everyone, this is Christina here, and today I'm going to take you through the IIM Amritsar's IPM form filling session. A very good news for all the students here because IIM Amritsar for the first time has announced its IPM program, and it's a very good news because the number of seats also for the IPM programs has now become much more broader than previous year for the students because of this new entry. Okay, so coming into this IIM Amritsar's form, the applications have started from 8th February 2025. And the application also ends by 12th April 2025. So we'll have to finish filling in the forms by then. Okay, now let me take you through the form filling session. So before we get in, there are a few documents that you need to keep ready in hand before you get into it. So let us see now what those documents are. So first thing, you know that IIM Amritsar is now going to take its entry through the IPMAT indoor school, right? So because of that, you have to first apply to the IPMAT indoor. You have to keep your IPMAT registration receipt properly in handy. And remember, you should also know your IPMAT registration number before you start filling this particular form because both of these are mandatory. Okay. Now, your matriculation of secondary mark sheet as well as your passing certificate both are necessary, right? As the same time, if you're presently in your 12th standard, then you don't require your secondary mark sheet or passing certificate. But if you're already a student who's passed out, then you will have to produce the mark sheet as well as the passing certificate for your 12th standard or equivalent. Now, the other thing is most of the schools, they provide the percentage. But in case your school or your particular board has been giving you grades or it has been giving you certain letter grades or CGPA, in that case, you will have to produce a percentage equivalent certificate for that. Okay. So please do not miss out on this particular thing. Now, if you're an international candidate, you will have to produce a passport of the candidate as well as the passport of the parent. Okay, but if you're a domestic candidate, that wouldn't be required. Now, for both international as well as domestic candidates, you have to produce your passport size photograph as well as your parent's passport size photograph. Okay, one parent. And at the same time, you also need to produce a picture of your signature as well as your parent. Okay, and remember that these pictures, the photographs, images all have to be in JPEG or in PNG format, and the maximum size that has been given to us on the description in the website is 413 into 413 pixel. Okay, this is the maximum size. Now, let us get in, okay, to the form filling. Let me take you to the actual website and then start sharing how it goes. So this is how your registration form is going to look like. So in the registration form, first of all, you're going to go and select your country. Okay. So then you're going to enter your mobile number. You will enter your first name, your middle name, and your last name. Remember, this has to be as per the records of your 10th certificate. Okay. So please do not change the order or do not change the way it has been produced at 10th certificate. It has to be in the exact standard form. Okay. And then you need to enter your date of birth, your gender, and then you need to mention whether you are differently abled or not. So if you're differently abled, you put a yes. If you're not, then you put a no. And then you go ahead and select the course from the drop down menu. In this, you are going to select the integrated program in management. Once this is done, please do go ahead and enter your email ID. Okay. Now remember, this is the email ID that will be required for your further communications as well. So please, whichever ID is right now properly in use, please give that email ID. Enter the password that you wish to use for the remaining part of the process. Confirm the password and then enter the captcha that you see on this particular screen. So once that is done, you'll have to go and click on register. Once you click register, you will get a pop-up saying that your registration is successful. Okay. And once that is done, you will be sent an email to the registered email. Now, you will have to go to that particular email ID, check that email, and then verify your email address. Once you verify that email address, then you will be taken into this particular login form. So in this particular login form, you are supposed to enter the email that you were supposed to enter the same thing that was used in your register form, and then the password that you use for the registration. Okay, so do not forget those two details. And then you enter the captcha that is here, that is 9681. And then you click on login. Once you log in, you get a dashboard something like this. Okay, so clearly the course name will be mentioned as Integrated Program in Management. That is what we have chosen, right? So, whatever you are entered in your registration form, the name, your date of birth, your contact number, your email, everything will be copied here. Okay, and then you need to go to the program shortlisted. In this, you are supposed to click on the uh, Integrated Program in Management and take this particular action to apply. Once you're done with this, you are going to get a screen somewhat like this. Your candidate's personal details. On the candidate's personal details, already a few details that you've entered during your registration, all of those are copied. Okay. Now, what are you supposed to do? As you scroll down, you will see that you have to enter your permanent address. Okay, so you've given your address here, the city here, the PIN code, okay, and then you also enter the address of communication. Now, whatever is the permanent address, if that is the same as the address for communication, you will click on this. And whatever had been entered in the previous case, same thing will get copied here. Okay. Otherwise, you will have to re-enter your address for communication. And please be very careful because this address is going to be used for the whole admission process. Okay. Right. So with that, then your personal details will come to an end. And now you'll have to go and enter your parents' personal details. On this particular part, you enter the first name of your parent, the middle name of your parent, and also the last name of your parent. And these also had to be as per the previous records. So please do not have any discrepancy in this. Okay. Then you go with the gender, the nationality, the email ID of your parent, the mobile number of your parent. Both of these are mandatory. And then you given the permanent address of your parent, the city, the PIN code, the address for communication. Again, the same way. If the permanent address as well as the address of communication is going to be the same, then you go ahead and click this checkbox. The same thing will be copied. Otherwise, you are then supposed to re-enter whatever is going to be your address for communication. Now, this is the end of the parents' details. Now down, you get to your educational qualification. In the educational qualification, you are supposed to go and enter your board first of all. So I just go and enter ISC board here. The institution, as of now, I'm just going to enter a random one. Then you put in your specialization, whether it is science or arts or commerce or whatever. And then the month and year of passing as well. If you are a candidate who's appearing, then you'll have to click on appearing. If you have already passed, then you're going to enter this particular date. Okay, so I'm just going to put appearing because most of the students are now appearing for their 12th. And then if at all you have any distinctions, okay, then you are going to enter that. And then coming on to the matriculation, class 10th one. So I'm just going to put the board as ICSE here. Okay. And then I'm again going to put the board as NPS itself. Okay. Name of the institution, NPS itself. And specialization, whatever subjects you have taken, you can mention that I'm just putting in science. Okay. Now, you'll have to enter the month and year of passing because without your 10th standard, you definitely wouldn't have come to your 12th right now. No? Right. So with that, we then go in here and then enter this. So I go here, I just scroll up and then I go to 2023 and then I choose May. Okay. So once this is done, I specify okay, the percentage marks. So remember here, I can enter it either in percentage marks or I can also enter my CGPA or letter grades. If I enter it in terms of CGPA or letter grades, I'll have to produce my percentage change certificate. Okay, right. So I'm going to enter it in terms of percentage. I'm just going to put 90 here. Okay, and then if at all any distinction is there, I'll have to fill in that. So once that particular form was filled and I clicked on save and continue, then I come to this particular form. So in this, I'll have to enter in my details of extracurricular activities, the awards and the recognitions that I have got. Okay. So in case I have anything, I'm going to specify that here. Okay. And I'll put in what activity it was. Say for example, it was basketball. I put in basketball and then what was it achievement, whether it was at state level or a national level or local level at school, what I'm going to specify that. And in case I've got any more to add, I can just click on this particular plus and keep adding whatever is required. Okay. The same thing when I go below in the awards recognitions also. So here, whatever is the nominating or the recognized award, like say for example, if you have got an award from the Rotary Club, then you can mention that the month and year in which you were given that particular award and a brief description of what that award was. And in case you want to add, again, go and click on the plus sign there. You get to add more details. The next thing that I had clearly told you, that is going to be very, very, very important. Okay. That is going to be your IPMAT details. So IPMAT details, you have to enter your IPMAT registration number here. So once I've entered my IPMAT registration number, I come down and I'll have to include all my documents. So first I go ahead and upload my matriculation or secondary school mark sheet and then my certificate as well. Once that is done, I go and upload my IPMAT registration file. Okay, so once this is done, below you have, if at all you want to specify any details to IIM Amritsar. So if you wish to highlight anything in extra, then you can enter it here, or else you can directly go down and click on Save and Continue. So once this is done, you come to this particular page. In this particular page, you are supposed to go ahead and upload your current photo. So you can choose your file here, okay? And remember that this has to be only in PNG or JPEG format, 20px into 20px, okay? Right. So then you go and upload your signature, and then you upload your parents' photograph, and then you go and upload your parents' signature as well. And the dimensions that were actually mentioned in the official website was 413 into 413px, but here it shows it's 200 into 200px. Okay. So ensure that it is within 200px, or for signature 200 into 80px. Okay. Right. So once this is uploaded, you go down and then you declare that whatever information you have given so far is all true of your knowledge. Okay. So once that is done, you enter the place at which you have been filling this particular form. Okay. And then you save and submit. So once you save and submit, you will get to see your whole profile. So you can see your candidate's personal details first here. And then when you scroll down, you can then go ahead and see whatever you have entered for your parents' personal details. Okay, in case there are any issues, please keep them noted. Okay, you'll be able to edit them later as well. And then as you go down, you'll be able to see the educational qualifications, extracurricular activities, the awards and recognitions that you have entered. Okay, so again, I tell you, please note in case of errors. And then finally, you see your list of enclosures, and also you get to see the documents that you have uploaded: your photograph, your parents' photograph, your signature, your parents' signature, the IPMAT registration certificate. Everything will be able to be viewed. And then finally, you can also see the declaration that you have filled. Okay. And then in case there are any errors, okay, you can always go ahead and edit this. Now, if there are no errors, please then straight away go and click on submit. Once you submit, you will see that you come to the payment page. Here, you can go to click on pay now. It's going to be your amount of 2,000 rupees. So please keep that in your accounts. And then you see that there'll be a page for payment that comes in here. Okay. And then you can pay it either through UPI or cards or net banking. Okay. So you can choose your own method of payment. Okay. You can also ask them to show the QR code and immediately scan it and do the payment as well. So with this, we come to the end of the form filling process of IPM program at IIM Amritsar. And I know that all of you throughout this whole year, you have been preparing really hard. Okay. So go ahead, apply for the program, write your exams very well. Okay. And all the very best for the season ahead. Thank you so much. And in case of any doubts on this particular form filling, you can always put your comments down and we'll be there to help you out. Thank you so much.